let's be real. Lead generation is one of the most laborious and time-consuming tasks for all B2B service providers. But today I'm going to be running you through the latest way to generate thousands of high-quality B2B leads in just minutes. But it's important to understand what I mean by a lead. I'm going to teach you how to generate a big fat list of potential clients for your business. But these are leads that have not heard about your business before, okay? And we're going to use this list for either cold outreach via email, DMs, or cold calling, or you can use this list and upload it into your favorite ad platform like Facebook, Instagram, or Google, for instance. And you can use it as an ad audience or as the basis of a lookalike audience. And the platform will find other people similar to that lead list. Okay, this is not to be mistaken with prospects, which are people that already have heard about your business before. Maybe they opted into a lead magnet or they booked a call with your company. Leads have not heard about you. And that's what we're going to be generating today. And it's incredibly time consuming to build these lists, and it can be quite expensive to pay people to generate them for you. Now, I know this because I started a B2B service business 7 or 8 years ago. It's called Affluent.co. It's a marketing agency. And I've generated literally millions of leads over the years. And I've converted those leads into literally millions and millions of dollars in revenue. Now, in this video today, I'm going to be showing you not one, but 3 different lead generation strategies that you can start implementing right now to generate high intent leads. And you're going to be able to do this for free as well, with no investment whatsoever, albeit I'm going to be showing you through the medium of a software I use called clay.com, which of course is not free. We can't expect it to be so, but I'm going to give you a link so you'll be able to access 3,000 free credits on this software, okay? And then if you like it, you can go ahead and sign up to it. And I want to stipulate this is not a paid promotion whatsoever. It is always my mission to bring the absolute best of what is working to you guys. I have used tens of different lead generation softwares over the years. Clay.com is without a doubt the highest quality. It marries up so many different softwares. It's absolutely incredible. And what I'm actually going to be showing you is the inside glimpse of a conversation I had. This is a private training session between myself and Varun, who owns Clay.com, okay, who's become a great friend over the years. And this training session was just intended for me to give this to my marketing department in our marketing agency, but I've decided to give it to you guys as well. Now, the first strategy I'm going to show you is how you can scrape any website, any company website, to find the business owner's name and details using AI. So let's get straight into it.
Tell us who the lead practitioner or doctor is.
Yeah. That would.
Please visit the About Us page and return one name of the lead doctor on that.
What about if it's on like a team page or something like that?
About Us or team page. Yeah. Anything else on this?
Yeah. No, I think. I mean, it's impossible to.
We're just making this up as we go, you know. I mean, the way this would work, I'll run this and see what happens. But the way this would really work is you would do some experimentation, right? So you would try this out a few times and see what works, and then refine the prompt accordingly.
Because I think the biggest problem is, and I think one of the biggest opportunities for most local agencies, which when I say local agency, it's when you're first starting out. Ah, awesome! There we go.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this is it. This suggests that Bali Buka and Strobe Chowdhury are the lead practitioners or doctors of this practice.
And it's doing it for like 90%, or it might do it for all of them.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Just
should we try it out? Let's just go check if it's real. You know.
Yeah. Is it possible that it can hallucinate at all, or is hallucination?
Okay, just to be clear, I don't know if I'm sharing my full screen here, but I'm going to share the other. Share the website I just went to, but I just went to the thing, and this is correct. Like, these are the 2 lead people at the place.
Okay, pretty crazy, right? So that was the tease. I'm now going to show you how you can actually do this for yourself. So what I've done is I've created a custom workflow for you guys. This is already built, and you can use this straight away to start using this system. And this is on clay.com. You can click link in the description. You can sign up for like 3,000 free credits. Now, when you log into the tool, you're going to see it looks very much like a Google Sheet, okay? Apart from it uses APIs to connect many different tools. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to import companies into this sheet. Now, you can, generate a big list of leads from scratch using Clay. And there are a number of different sources. I'll show you a couple in a moment. But what you could also do, if you've already got a big list of leads, a big list of companies, and you want to find the business owner's details, you could just upload upload your own company list. I would actually rather generate a big company list first, okay, then qualify the companies and make sure they actually are suitable, and then upload them and then find the business owner's details, just so you're not wasting credits, okay, on finding business owner's details for companies that don't actually qualify for your business, okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to set the location. I'm going to keep this on where this is. It looks like it's in, Manhattan or something. Okay, cool. And then this is going to scrape Google to find these businesses. We're then going to select business types, okay, and we can select a niche, any niche that we want. We've actually set this up for physicians, okay, but you can do this for any niche. And then we're going to hit, or we can hit free text, and we can do this keyword based, and we're going to fill that in. Just before I do, okay, I am going to show you the way this is actually going to work on the back end. So what's actually going to happen is in these fields, and what's happening is all these fields get automatically updated, and when we get a list of leads updated into it, it goes through and it goes and enriches these leads. But what this is, this doctor and email, is what is called a Clayagent, okay? And this is simply an AI agent on Clay, hence Clayagent, okay? You get the idea. And this is the prompt. This is just like a prompt that we would put into ChatGPT or something. This is unique to physicians and clinics. We're going to be doing this for clinics, but you can change this for any kind of business. The reason why this is unique is because the business owner will be called something different in different businesses. So visit the following website for a physician office or medical practice, search through the website and find the name of the business owner. This person may be named as a lead doctor or lead practitioner. The company email address. Return any of these two attributes. If you can't find the name of the business owner, just return an empty field. You must find the email address. Okay, only return one email address. You get the idea. Pretty cool. So let's get it done. Let's set the location. And I'm going to do free text. And let's do a clinic. And I'm going to do 150 leads. We can do up to 1,000 leads at a time. Okay, so you can see how this is going to ramp up. Now, what is going to happen, because we haven't qualified this, it's going to have all sorts of different companies. Lots of these are going to be corporate, multi-location companies, so it's not going to be able to find the business owner's details on a corporate company. Okay, it's very rare that on this big kind of multi-location corporate there's going to be the business owner's details sat there, but it is going to find it for some of them. Okay, and there are going to be other ways for us to generate leads for the other ones. Okay, so I'm going to show you that in a second. So let's just let this run. Okay, so here we can see some already. So we've got Richard Park there. Okay. Actually, that's one of the corporate City MD. So it's Richard Park. We've got another name here. We're not going to be able to show you absolutely all of the details because, YouTube doesn't like it when we show too many lead information. Okay. Okay, sweet. So we've got Bill here. We've got William. You get the idea. We've got Stacey. We've got Mary. So it's finding quite a few, to be fair. It's running. We've got George. We've got Stephen. This is good. Cool. So just like that, we can save time of going on these websites. I've got Francis. We can save time of going on these websites and we can generate business owners' names. This is something that has literally taken me weeks and weeks and weeks of my time in the past. Okay, so pretty awesome. Now, what I'm going to do is, whilst that's actually running, okay, and we can let that do its thing. I'm going to put a filter here, and we can actually filter through this list and look for all of the companies, all the ones that we haven't found a record for. So filter, if we have doctor's name is empty, okay, and also I'm seeing kind of it's like spazzing out a little bit. We've got this kind of field like empty as well, so it could be doctor name is equal to empty as well, or, okay, there we go. So these are our leads, our list of leads that it hasn't found business owners details for. Okay, so these are the ones that it can't find one for. Now what we could do is we can go ahead and we can generate a big list of these company owners' names from a LinkedIn search. So we can hit add enrichment, and then we can go people. Okay, find contacts at company. We're going to save results in a new table, and we can call it what we want. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down and we're going to do job title. So we want this to be owner of the business. You could do it by keyword. So you could do founder, owner, doctor, co-founder. You get the idea. But I'm just going to have this as like owner, partner. Okay. And then you're going to limit this to, I mean, we can have as many as we want, but I'm going to limit it to one per company. Okay, so let's preview people and see how many we can pull in. There are a whole bunch of other filters here. You can play around with as much of this as you like. Okay. This is going to struggle because we haven't generated the LinkedIn URLs. So let's do that first. So add. In fact, that's why. Website. There you go. Owner. As many as we want. Limited to one. There you go. Cool. Here we go. So let's import these into a new table. Let's fully enrich the profile. Let's find a personal email address. Well, let's not find a personal because you can't really reach out to personal emails, but you could if you want, depends on who you are. Let's do work email. We can also even do mobile phones if we want to as well. Fuck it, let's do it. Okay. So it's going to take a couple of minutes because we've got a number of different fields here that we're doing. So let's give it a minute. I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, so again, I'm going to be limited to the information I can show you here. But here we have the LinkedIn profile. We can click on this and there's a whole bunch of information we've scraped. We have the job titles. We've got the work email addresses there. Okay, and what happens with Clay on these automations is it uses a number of different tools to find a specific data point. So it'll use this tool here, and if it can't find it there, then it'll search another tool, and it'll search another tool, and it'll search another tool, and then it'll find it. So you can see in this instance, no email found, couldn't find an email, no email found, bang. Fourth tool, it found the email address. Okay, most people are just using one tool and therefore they're missing out on all these leads. Same again for phone numbers. I definitely can't show you this. So we've got phone numbers found 1, 2, 3, but then now we've got a whole bunch of other phone numbers found on a second software. And then we've also got mobile numbers. We have 9 out of 10 mobile numbers there. That is wild. So you get the idea. Pretty incredible. So this is how we can find business owners' details, both by searching on LinkedIn, but also then scraping the website and manually enriching those leads, okay? It's going to save you a ton of time. So now what I want to show you is 2 other strategies that Varun showed me yesterday. These are absolutely amazing. One of which is going through how to generate a lookalike audience in lead generation lists, okay, from your existing ICP. So if you have a big list of core ICP already, your ICP is your ideal customer profile. So let's say you've already generated a list of 100, 200, 1,000 leads for your business. Maybe you painstakingly generated them manually. You can upload that list of leads into Clay and you can use a lookalike tool to go and find other similar businesses to those leads. Awesome, okay? The second thing that we're going to be showing you is how you can use Clay and the Clayagent feature to create completely personalized emails with not just one personalized line, but 3 personalizations. In fact, that's just the use case here. You can do as many personalizations as you want, digging into specific data on a business. So let's look at that.
Okay, so I think like we have a couple other examples here we can kind of go through. One is like, hey, you're working with a client and they have a certain number of like customers that they already feel like are really good fits, and they just want to find more like that. So we kind of prepped this like ICP lookalikes example for you. And so in this example, I think you had mentioned a situation for one of your clients where they're selling to digital publishers, and they're a startup and they have a small existing accounts that fit that ICP. And so we tried to like give you some here that could be another example. So what you can see here is we're using a lookalikes product called Ocean.io, and you can put in a couple of publishers here, and then you can give some more information. And what's cool about this is, and you can specify the industries, and what's cool about this is then you get a list of, you know, in this case, 55 other companies that look just like this. And then from here, you can continue to enrich them, and you can be like, oh, great, I want to know, like more information about these businesses. And then you can kind of run that and be like, oh, here's the head count or something, or here's the description and stuff like that.
That's awesome. What data points is Ocean using, do you know, to find that? How is it just industry? How is it? So what we're essentially talking about is
using the
we can
domains.
upload a list of our core ICP, and then we can find a much larger extended list of ICP.
Yeah, that looks just like that.
Fantastic.
And you can, of course, restrict it to be like, okay, here are the domains, go find a bunch of other companies like this, and then restrict it to companies that are within this headcount range, within these countries, things like that.
Is that limited to just companies on LinkedIn, or is that all companies in general?
No, this is just companies in general, not just because, as you can see, the results here are domains.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. And then broadly speaking, if you were to then enrich this list and then go and outreach these businesses, what do you find at the moment, or is the most effective way that people are using Clay to
Yeah.
create personalization points and so on?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I can maybe walk you through an example of what that looks like. And so, one thing that I think we could kind of go through here is here's kind of an example that kind of walks through what personalized messaging at scale looks like. And what I would say here that's important is, what I would not recommend is say, hey, please write this email to Jordan and make it personal to him, and here's some information about it. What we recommend is really breaking it up into different pieces and having LLMs write maybe 10, 12 words at a time, and then piecing those 10, 12 words at a time together into a broader message that makes sense to that person. And that way you can really rely on it, right? You can really ask the AI to write hundreds or thousands of messages at a time as opposed to it hallucinating. And the way you do that is by restricting what it's actually doing to 10, 12 words, not an entire message. So let me show you what that means. So in this case, here we have some people and we've enriched them to some degree. And what you can see here is we have an AI prompt on like the mission statement of the company. And what you can see on the right here is the prompt itself. So you can kind of see it writing an email to the company. Please read the info I give you. Here's the info. You can see some of the data from the Clay tables here. And you can see some constraints here and keep the entire output under 10 words is one of them. And then you can see the output here on the left. And the output here on the left it kind of shows you a line about Clay, about ServiceNow, about Stripe, about whatever that you can then use in your final message. Another line like this might be finding the ICP of the company. And so what you can see here again on the right is the prompt. It has kind of the description of these companies as an input from Clay. And then on the left here you can see the output. So you can see that these companies sell to marketing managers or small business owners or project managers and stuff like that. Cool. And then over here you also have like another. This one's actually pretty cool, right? So this one is pretty neat because what it's saying is, hey, go to these websites and tell us who their customers are. And by the way, even if you can't find any, it'll even just say, oh, it's just some big logos, right? And so what you can see here again on the prompt, and it says some big logos so it doesn't sound weird in the message, is it gives a lot of information about the companies, and it says, hey, go to these websites, give me examples of the companies that are listed on their websites that are their customers so I can mention them in the outreach. And then finally, you can kind of see all this information come together. So you could see, here, here's an email to Ravi at Airplane. And you can see how this is personalized, a lot of this is personalized, but a bunch of the rest of the email is templatized. And so, half the email is personalized, and so every single person here is going to get a personalized message, but you can trust it because you're only asking the LLM to write, a dozen words at a time in each of these individual lines.
Yeah, I love that. I love I think so many people, there's a lot to learn from this outreach email. I think so many people will focus on first line personalizations, but having the personalization right down to even that third bullet point of like who they typically sell to, and then having that specific point there, machine learning engineers and data science, which is obviously pulled in from the previous personalization that you've shown. That's wicked. This alone is a massive hack for people, having the multiple personalization points. And obviously it takes a lot of thought to think about how you can do that, and it takes a deep understanding of your target audience. But this is an awesome example of what can be done here.
Yeah, exactly. And so what's cool about this is you're building a workflow, right? So now that you've built this workflow once, all you need to do is just add more data to the bottom of this table, and then it'll get filled out automatically. And so once you build and invest the time into creating this workflow a single time, then you're basically good to go, and you don't have to do too much more from there because you can just keep adding data and let it keep running.
Awesome. So This really is the tip of the iceberg when it comes to using a tool like Clay. I was blown away by this when I first found it, and I'm sure you are now as well. If you would like me to create a full A to Z video running you through this tool and exactly how to use it from scratch with no experience, do drop me a comment down below and let me know, and if we've got time, I'll create that in the future for you. There are many other ways that you can find company names and many other enrichment points and unique ways that you can use the software for personalized outreach and, of course, just for generating leads. So hope you enjoy this. Hope it saves you a ton of time, and I'll see you all very soon. Cheers.